ain't introducing shit.
Alright, we ready?
Yeah. Alright, bet.
Damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today.
Alright, boom, y'all, welcome back.
Are you sure?
You said what?
Go ahead.
Y'all, welcome back to the podcast. Big Hooter Kent in the building.
Sinclair. Kiki.
This jackass ain't even in the goddamn live. Alright, boom. Topic of the day is Roe versus Wade, abortion. Let's talk about it. Sinclair?
It's fucked up now. It is completely fucked up.
You sound like you got a butt.
A butt?
It's fucked up, but
No, it's fucked up. Banning it doesn't stop abortions from happening. People are just gonna, find other ways or find ethical ways to get one, which aren't healthy.
Who is that?
well, bitch, you can't read.
Oh, God. See,
What, on the live?
Yeah.
we got ADHD.
Son of a bitch.
Hold on, guys.
You could have just been here, Buller. God damn.
He said.
He said
It looked dumb sideways.
At least you know he's supporting you.
Appreciate you, big homie. Alright, but sorry, Vicky.
And he said tell Raheem to move in the camera.
And talk.
So,
Alright, boom.
okay.
Hey.
So yeah, all people are gonna do is just find other ways, unsafe ways to get abortions. You didn't do anything. That's more deaths. You're actually killing the mother and the baby or just the fetus, opposed to just let the baby. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just be transparent with this shit, because this shit get on my nerves. Alright. First and foremost, there's a lot of circumstances as to why a woman doesn't want to have a baby. She could have been raped. A lot of times you don't find out you're pregnant until 6 weeks, and a lot of states have passed a 6-week ban on abortion. So how you don't even get the shot to get an abortion when you didn't even know you was pregnant? That's fucked up. What?
God damn it, bro. This is what ass.
I'm all for it. Banning that shit.
Banning what shit?
Abortions.
Why?
Yeah, why?
What you mean?
What you mean, my boy?
I'm 50-50 with it.
Okay, why?
Wait, no, I'm not 50-50. I'm against it, goddamn.
So you're against them banning abortion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you pro-life or are you against life?
That could be circumstantial. Like Buller said, I'm pro-life, but I'm also pro-choice.
Yeah.
So me personally, I don't foresee myself ever having an abortion. I just feel like at this big age, you know what I'm saying, if I make enough money to take care of the child, then I'm just going to go ahead and take care of the child. However, if you would have asked me that when I was 16 or 17, I'm pretty sure I would have slid off to Planned Parenthood, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like you should be able to dictate what I do with my body, because at the end of the day, it's my body. I'm the one who runs the risk of possibly dying during delivery or whatever. There's too many things. Like, I just feel like it's my choice. You don't tell me whether or not I can wear a pad or a tampon when I bleed once a month. So why do you get to tell me that I can't have an abortion? Or the fact that there's a fucking what's it called? Enfamil? What is that? Baby food, whatever. There's a fucking shortage on goddamn baby food.
Yeah.
So you're about to make all these women have babies because Arkansas has already canceled motherfucking any abortions that were already planned. So you're forcing these women who thought that they had a plan in motion, a responsible plan in motion, to have these children, and y'all can't even fucking feed these children. Or, like you said, rape. Or people who just are unfit mothers, period. There's plenty of crackheads out there that are giving birth to crack babies every single day that we know that they are unfit. Right. So we're bringing these children into the world with this trauma or whatever the case may be. If that crackhead wanted an abortion and the nigga who fucked her or whatever gave her the $300 for it, then so fucking be it. Because at the end of the day, she ain't gonna stop doing crack. So we know that this baby is already in harm's way. So I just feel like it's
I definitely agree. Like where I stand with it, same thing. Me almost being 25, If I'm willingly laying down, having sex, no birth control, no condoms, he nutting in me, what do I expect to happen? You know what I'm saying? If I end up pregnant, I made the adult decision to lay on my back. I need to make the adult decision to take care of a child.
However, if you are so against abortion, these lawmakers, then why did you ban Plan B? Like, you don't want us to have an abortion, well then why don't we stop it at the earliest point of conception?
What they're doing is they're forcing you to have that baby.
They're trying to control us, man.
Like in every single way, like you
But
can have this baby.
We also, then they're allowing the government to control us too. If you think about it.
That's just the mindset. That's the mindset they want you to
But we feeding into it.
be. Yeah.
When we was getting all them $1,400 stimulus checks, that's, hell yeah, I want that bread. But at the same time, it's telling the government, all right, we got them in hook now. They need us.
Well, if that was the case, then only women should have got the $1,400. Because right now these niggas ain't affected by none of this shit that's happening at all.
They don't even want to take the birth control. FDA approved.
So if at least if it was us feeding into it, it should have been women feeding into it. These niggas don't need shit.
Alright, so going back to on the abortion topic. Say they never made it illegal, and it was legal in all 50 states. However many goddamn states there is. Do you feel like it should be a time frame
Absolutely.
put on it? Because I know at one point, I believe in at least two of the states, you could abort the child right before birth.
No, I think that after your first trimester, which I believe is what, 4 months or 4 months or
Yeah, I think
3 months.
yeah, because it's pre-trimester.
Right.
So.
So after your first trimester, you should not be able to have an abortion because that's when you're crossing the line from fetus to
Actual baby.
yeah, like baby.
Well, a lot of people's argument is, as soon after those 72 hours, it's already got DNA. That's where the count.
It's a clump of cells.
After 72 hours, I can't do an ultrasound and get a heartbeat.
That's fair.
They did this research where they had fetus cells and then regular chicken cells, and they said which one is the fetus, and no one could distinguish it. So the fact that you can't even tell me it's alive or it's a thing, how can you tell me it's alive?
Right.
Yeah, I think when my sister went for her first ultrasound, you couldn't see a
No,
motherfucking
you
thing.
can't see anything.
And I think she was about 6 weeks pregnant.
Exactly.
There wasn't even a blur.
Up
on
until
the
you're
damn
like
ultrasound.
3 months, you're really not gonna see much or like have much information about that. You just know you're pregnant. Like, I'm having a baby. You don't know what gender it is. You don't know anything. But after your first trimester, no, I don't believe that you should have waited that long.
I think the only time that would be okay is if it's an ectopic pregnancy.
Well, that's different.
But you know, there are some laws. People will have an ectopic pregnancy and they say, hey, look, you and this baby will both die.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman still can't get an abortion. There was this one state, and this lady, the baby had miscarried. And because the state was so against abortion, they let the fetus rot inside her, and she ultimately died as well.
I would have drove across.
But they pro-life. Say, like back when I had asked y'all, even though it's a fucked up question, if you was to have twins and a doctor had told you, hey, look, they're going to be conjoined twins, which ultimately is going to be a healthcare issue for both the youngins, period. They're not going to live a substantial life. So in a situation like that, you know, them taking away abortions, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, say anything's wrong with the child where it is pro-life, they're not going to be able to, there's no life to live.
Not much of that.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to the abnormal person. I mean, in a fucked up situation, yeah.
If my doctor told me that I was having conjoined twins, I would still have conjoined twins. I don't feel like it's my choice to say, well, just because my baby don't look like everybody else's baby, I should just get rid of it.
It's not about looking, it's about the actual meaning of life. Like, it's so much
What life
more than
means
just...
to you and what life means to me and what life means to him is completely different. White people used to live life to motherfucking enslave us.
Yeah.
And that's not what black people live life for. They thought their life was substantial because they had money, they had wealth, and they had slaves while we were suffering. So just because you think that, oh, I don't want to put my baby through such a hard time or whatever the case may be, you never know what might happen. And then what if they go on TV and get us rich?
Well,
Dang. That being said, with the circumstances of fucking life,
see, that's
say,
special.
yeah, god damn it, say, you broke, bro. You can't even afford health care, child care. You can't even afford formula.
Right.
So, back to the whole, our versions of life are different. Would you still conceive the child? If you can't give them the means?
If I was broke, so I'm pregnant right now with conjoined twins.
No.
Oh,
Just a normal baby.
okay.
Like,
I'm pregnant right now
no
with a baby,
abnormals.
and I just ain't got no money.
you just broke. But you're still an adult. You still make a-
Personally, I am going to have my baby. That's just me. However, there are people out there who they'll sleep in a car and do all these things. Me, I'm gonna find a way. Like, I feel like being broke is a mindset.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would know that I'm pregnant and still just sit on my ass every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't foresee myself doing that. I feel like I would do damn near anything. I would do damn near anything. So I'm gonna still have my baby because at the end of the day, I might not know how I'm gonna get it, but I know I'm gonna get it.
Even if none of your options are working. And you can't even feed your child. You know you had the means of life where you can't even.
That boy's gonna be on city milk until I got some money. As he should be anyways. That's the best thing for your child.
Oh, hell, titty milk.
Hell to titty milk.
I mean, there are too many foundations out there. There are too many shelters. There's too many options. And until I go through all of my options and everything has failed me, I'm gonna have my baby. That's just me. Like I said, I personally would not have an abortion. But I won't knock you or you for having one if you want to fucking have one. Because like I said, when I was 15, let's say I would have got pregnant when I was 15, I'm going to have an abortion. Or let's say that somebody raped me. Let's say that a family member raped me. Or whatever the fuck the case may be. I don't want that baby. But if I just get pregnant just off the strength of I was riding it like a motherfucking rodeo, then I'm going to have my baby.
So why do you think people are against it?
Because
And it turns down to the grimiest part of people getting raped. Why do you think people are against it? Even people, yeah.
Because there's no distinguishment between the church and the law. Everything is God this, God that. We don't sell alcohol on Sunday. But I know
Well, this country was built on, was supposed to be the church and the state. Right?
Yeah.
So,
but somehow, some way, people use their religious influence to make these laws and have these firm beliefs and make other people conform to that. I believe in God, and God didn't have abortion here, so this is the law.
You believe people don't know how to separate the two
No.
yeah, that's
between
that's
morals
definitely
and
true.
morals and law.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. What's ethical may not be biblical.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes into play. But I definitely feel like it's more of a thing in the South than it is in the North. Because governors have come out and said, like, my state is like Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
The governor came out and said that he's not going to change anything. You can still have abortions as you please, but as you see the southern states, that motherfuckers can't wait.
We had one governor in Texas was like, if she got raped, that was God's plan, and that's why she doesn't need an abortion. Like, what?
It was God's plan for me to get
raped.
bent over.
Not know who my baby daddy is. Or what about when children get raped?
Like, there's no.
That's the thing. That's what I don't get. Like, morally, how can you sit there and say, if I have a child and my own brother, raped my child, I'm gonna let my child suffer through a pregnancy?
Exactly.
Like, how can I be okay and look myself? That's where I don't understand the pro-life.
Right.
Because you might be pro-life for what's in here, but you're not pro-life for your child.
Exactly.
You're not pro-life for anybody else who's around. Like,
And kids can get pregnant as early as,
I think 8.
yeah.
I've heard people.
Once you get your
You can
period,
see
you
the
can
age.
get pregnant, right?
Yep.
Okay, I got my period when I was 9 years old. So imagine a 9-year-old getting raped by whoever. It doesn't even fucking matter who it is. But a 9-year-old getting raped and being pregnant in 4th grade, period.
I just don't understand the concept when it comes to the pro-lifers.
It's just all they see is the baby. That's all they care about. That is all they see.
Yeah, they
It's
definitely
like-
considered it as pretty much a homicide. You wouldn't blankly kill a child after birth.
You know?
Granted, yeah, I wouldn't. But at the same time, like you said, there's nothing you could visibly see on that sonogram. And up until you can see something, I believe you should be able to have the choice.
Absolutely. But then
It is what it is.
But then what kills me is like you see all these god awful parents, people pushing their babies off bridges and putting them in ovens, and it's like, damn, what if you had an abortion? What if you didn't let that kid suffer? You ruined that kid's life eventually.
Right.
And it's not like you stopped abortion and you're pushing Plan Bs or healthy sex education or condoms. You're not doing none of that shit.
We're telling you to still be loose or whatever. Still do what you want to do, but just know that there's consequences. Period. That's pretty much it. We don't give a fuck what you do, but you can have that baby.
But then want to complain when people want to be on food stamps to take care of the youngins you made them have. Or when kids get shot up in schools and you want to blame drag racing. What the fuck did I have to do with that? Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to elaborate on the drag racing.
So like RuPaul, like the men who dress up and then they go and perform. However, after that I don't know how you say the name, that Texas school shooting, they was like, oh, let's just ban drag racing in Mississippi or some shit like that. Like, what the
I don't
heck?
understand.
There was no correlation. There was no correlation to it.
I'm going to read on that article.
Yeah.
Because I'm confused by damn
So,
self.
They were
so
like,
they just banned drag racing, just
like
So people who
performance.
dress up in drag,
Like
they
performance,
ban it
yeah,
because
it's bad on the
Like,
kids. Yeah.
bad on
I mean,
kids.
it is bad on
But
kids, but
being that's into the topic, we could talk about how you brought up drag.
You drink drag racing? Or?
No, jackass.
No.
When men dress up,
I know what that is.
I was thinking about drag racing, like actual, not dressing in drag, but going out there in four-wheelers and drag racing on the street.
Is that what you thought too?
I thought you were talking about drag.
Yeah, just
I know what you meant.
so boom. That being said, do y'all believe that's gonna be a hard topic?
Very honest.
Do y'all believe the LGBTQ? Damn, I can't even say it right.
LGBTQ?
Should be taught in school?
No.
Fuck me.
If we cannot pray and talk about God in school, we can't talk about the LGBTQ.
That is definitely like an outside, that's a household thing. If you have that option, you want to, put that on your child, not even like expose them, but hey, some people dress up as girls, some people dress up as guys, you still respect them as a person.
Right.
But as far as always making every character gay or you're mad because Spider-Man doesn't have a boyfriend, like, we watching Spider-Man. We watching him trying to save the day. I don't care who he fucking. That's not the point of the topic.
That's not the moral of the story.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, the whole religion thing, because they're definitely, I feel like they educate religion, this the Muslim religion, this is Jewish, all that.
That's history class.
It's into history. I feel like that's substantial,
Yeah.
but preaching one religion over the other, I feel like it's just as equivalent as bringing in sexual preference into schools. Like, I honestly don't even think they should teach sex ed.
Oh, no. Kids gonna fuck regardless. At least you need to know what you're doing.
I support sex ed.
Yeah.
I feel like they teach sex ed early though.
Well, I didn't have sex ed until I think middle school.
Yeah.
I was in 5th grade.
I mean, it's good.
4th and 5th grade,
Well, kids,
they was bringing in
You fuck.
sex ed. I mean, granted they do, but damn.
Well, they teach you consent and all that
Right.
stuff, though.
I don't even think we harped on a little about consent, but I didn't understand consent up until I was in the Air Force. Like in the terms of rape, because rape in my eyes coming up was
The shit you see
me
on order.
forcing
Yeah.
you, tying you up, holding you against your will rape. But obviously there's
Coercion, extortion, all that
there's
shit.
more terms to rape than just me forcing you on a bed
So do you think R. Kelly's a rapist?
He peed on a girl. Like, it's on camera. It's on Pornhub. Like, you can Google.
I'm talking about
Hell, what kind of porn you be watching? Why you know it's on
I'm
Pornhub?
talking about, but based on your definition.
No, I'm saying I have the definition I knew then to what I know now.
So based on that, would you consider R. Kelly a rapist?
The only thing I know about R. Kelly is that he pissed on the little girls, man. But then I heard they came out and they was okay with it.
The little girl that he pissed on was different from.
The ones he had in his basement.
Yeah, but then there was also Aaliyah.
Who he
Oh
legally
yeah,
married
no,
at
that
15,
I
I feel like a man that is attracted to a prepubescent child is a rapist.
Hands down.
I mean, I don't agree with the whole Aaliyah thing. She was way too young. Well, about 20 years difference, wasn't it?
She was 15 and he was
In his 30s, if he was.
27 or yeah, maybe he was 30. I don't know. But either way, that's fucking weird and nasty. So I just want to make sure we was on the same page.
It was a good.
You kind of quiet over there now. You didn't really say much now.
You said you didn't think R. Kelly was racist.
I mean, the way he was portraying, like the parents was letting the kids go, and like he said they ain't know nothing. Obviously, you sending your kids with a grown ass man, anything is obligated, right? So they can't explain R. Kelly. He's a sick individual, but at the same time,
It's negligence.
Yeah, it's definitely negative.
Yeah, so like parents definitely involved in that shit. So them getting him getting sent to jail, the parents get sent to jail too. Because
Why would you look
child
at
endangerment.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Like they only pick him up from the house and then gone for a week or two. So shit, that's it. I mean,
Even when kids are in the music industry, period, I feel like there should always be a sense of parental
have your
guidance.
parents ever left you home with going at everybody's stuff?
I wish the fuck my mama would.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you
My mama hardly let me go to my friend's house to stay the night.
Yeah.
exactly. So
Somebody I was spending every day with. No, you can't. They can come stay here.
But the parents will leave them for like a month. But
Yeah.
grown ass man, they don't know this because you got music. So at the same time, y'all.
I mean,
I agree.
I definitely think that the
I
parents are
was
just
talking
as
last
guilty as
night
you.
was the kid, the White House and some shit. The
Mhm.
mom got locked up for child endangerment.
Yeah.
So she did get locked up for it.
Yeah.
Is she still in prison now?
She's out.
She's not shit.
I believe you. Okay, but that can bring us into our next topic. The death penalty. What we was talking about last night as far as to dial it back and bring it back some, Dwight Howard's son, who was 14, would get frustrated, right? And he would
Sexually abused.
kids his age and or younger. So, do y'all feel like at that age, granted he was sent to therapy over this incident from the first time,
Yeah.
over sexually abusing the younger girl. Therapy obviously didn't work. He then again committed the same crime to a younger boy who was what would be perceived as his brother to the mama's boyfriend.
Yeah.
What kind of punishment do you think he should receive at the age of 14?
I think that he should go to jail.
Yeah.
Should he be tried as an adult though?
Well, I think that
Because
he
that's a
should
4-year
spend
difference
the
between
rest of
14
his-
and 18.
Yeah, but then you go to prison afterwards.
Keep his ass a juvenile and when he 18, child
Yeah.
as an adult. Do the same thing with other
That's
kids.
what I was doing.
Alright,
That's
see.
great.
That kid
He
is
know
fucked
it-
up.
he
That
know-
kid is scarred for a good
He
period.
know what
Do you
suck
think-
my dick means, so he know the consequences of this shit. Like, he of age now. He know right from wrong.
And he admitted that he knew it was wrong.
Yeah, he did everything.
So he got suffer the consequences.
I agree. And being that what you had asked last night, do you think you could be rehabilitated for people who do commit sexual assault, sexual abuse?
No.
Because at that young age, 14, you still have a chance to grow and kind of, develop and grow past it, but you're obviously making the same mistakes. It's no help for you as an adult because your brain stops growing at that point. At the age of 25, your brain stops developing.
Yeah, but if he's a kid and he's 14, you don't feel like he could get rehabilitated?
We tried that already.
that little therapy to where you weren't really like he was never supposed to be around children in the first place. So his mama wasn't taking his therapy that serious.
Okay.
That's like when you have fucking work to do in school and you got homework. You need to go home and do your homework. I sent you home with, rules and you broke them.
Yeah.
So you're not going through the process that I'm really trying to put you through as the doctor.
I honestly don't think you can be rehabilitated.
I don't think that.
I don't even at the age of 14.
Would y'all like Ted Bundy? Ted Bundy, is he alive still or he dead? Ted Bundy.
I think he still is.
If
No,
he's
he's
dead,
dead.
if he's dead, he's dead. But if he's alive and he got out of jail right now, free man, you think he'd be able to function as a regular civilian, or he might go back to doing that shit again?
No, but he was an adult.
But I'm saying though, you can put it in the same perspective. Like a motherfucker that's known to do some shit over and over.
Because a lot of times they get out and kill again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he just makes that he gotta stop on the list, so he gonna do it again.
Well, that also goes back to the system anyways. I believe the system in prison and jail is broken anyhow.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no true rehabilitation in there anyway, so that would bring us to the death penalty. Not everybody deserves jail time, in my opinion, because why should I pay my tax-paying dollars for you to get so-called rehabilitated when y'all all in there sitting on iPhones, twiddling your thumbs,
Making
and you
TikToks.
However, there are a lot of people that are in jail.
for crimes that didn't commit. I'm talking about the ones you got hard proof evidence. This person did this, and I'm talking about your hardest crime, not your drug related crimes, not your bank robbing, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about the ones and serial killers, serial rapists, yeah, all that. Those, and they got hard proof evidence. I need it like hard proof, not no, they had a good defense team.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, some motherfuckers that got hard proof evidence for some shit. They didn't go to jail.
That's all, I'm talking about the ones, when we coming down to the terms of they in the court and they're getting their sentence. They got all the evidence they need, they got the hard proof evidence. Like a dude who might have committed raping and killing women. Or whatever the case may be. Do y'all believe in the death penalty when it comes to that? Like I said, hard proof evidence.
Of course.
And they coming down to the verdict. This person is guilty, this is their sentence. You think they should get a life sentencing or automatic death penalty?
I think that should be up to the discretion of the victims' families. Now, if they want them dead, because now whatever happens, I still lost that person. So the least I can do is decide your fate. Now, if it's for whatever, like they don't really care, then yeah, the death penalty. But if it's up to them, then we should just leave it up to them.
No.
I feel like at that point, if it was my child who got brutally murdered, raped, whatever the case may be, my thoughts are not going to be clear.
Some people,
You know what I'm saying? But not all the time. Not in the process. It might even be a 9-month process. I'm still not going to be able to think clearly in that. I don't feel like it should solely be up to me. I'm going to have my opinion regardless. That opinion may change 5 years from now.
Mm.
You know
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
regardless of all of that, you gotta take your emotions out of certain shit. This ain't just because his mama feel like I ain't gonna touch him. I feel like he's gonna touch somebody else, a stranger.
Yeah, that's
somewhere
what
that I
I'm
don't
trying to
know
get
at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just I might feel safe. Maybe I have security or whatever the case may be, but Kent don't have security. That Kent's not safe. So it should be up to that person's family.
You have to consider everyone else who they can be
Right.
put in harm's way. I might
What
be at
you're
peace with the
doing-
situation. I might be like,
You
you know what?
talking about the death penalty or the White House?
The
No, we're talking
down
about-
to the death. So you were saying,
It should be up to the person's family, right?
Yeah.
Right. So just because, let's say it happened, I'm the mama or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel safe. I'm not afraid of this person or whatever the case may be. So I say no, just leave him. But I'm putting you in danger. I'm putting you in danger. I'm putting all these people in danger. That's too much of an emotional thing. Family is going to emotionally be attached and be biased or whatever the case may be anyways. So that's why I feel like there's a jury to give, demographics are supposed to play a part, but when you're dealing with a family, that's one demographic right there. So
And they might be-
yes.
some people are hell bent on religion,
Yeah.
and they believe that person should get a fighting chance
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? This happened for a reason. God's gonna take care of it. Got that. That's what that family might believe. But in the reality of it, if they was set free, how you gonna do that shit again? I just gave you
Whoa,
something.
I'm not set free.
No,
I was
I'm
giving
talking
options.
about, but getting the
Whoa.
punishment they deserve, like I'm referring to the death penalty. You went out and killed this person and this person. Why can't you die too? Why can't you suffer?
If it's a serial rapist and they don't give him the death penalty, you're putting all them niggas in jail at risk. That's regardless of how disturbing it is in jail anyway. If I was the judge or whatever, that's the way I would look at it. Get this nigga up out of here.
So what kind of death penalty?
I just
They have a firing squad
I
now.
think the chair is just fine.
I believe in the chair.
I took the needle. Fuck that.
No,
It's like
that's the point.
Oh.
If you're going up for the death penalty, all you know is you getting a needle. I'm gonna be out like a light. I want you to suffer.
Oh. Or in the jail, yeah.
I want them to shave your head and put a wet sponge like they did in 3 Mile and fire your ass up.
There's son back in the day, they had a chair. They put his ass in twice and he died.
That little black boy?
It
It was more than twice.
was one twice.
They fried his ass because it was not worth
And
it.
he didn't die.
He eventually died, but it was just being electrocuted over and over and over again.
I feel like
And
if
then
the
he
chair
wasn't
don't
even
get you the
guilty
first
of it.
time, then we're just gonna give you the needle.
Oh, no, no.
I've heard people surviving the needle too though.
Because they tie the band too tight so the poison or whatnot doesn't actually hit the vein. So then once you untie it, it kind of shoots through. Or at least that's what they showed me on 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh god damn, that's 1,000 ways to die.
Hey, it sounds legit now. It sounds legit.
That's 1,000 ways to die. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely believe in the death
For sure.
I don't think many states do it no more. I believe Florida does it,
penalty. Yeah, the Nelly.
and I believe Texas. I could be wrong about Texas, but I know Florida. I believe still believes it.
Texas is such a trifling.
Texas said, I feel like they play both sides. I really don't know what you would consider their political party because I feel like they swing. Kind of like what Georgia did last year.
Obviously, it's
I feel like
based on
Georgia's
money.
becoming a swing state too. Swing state in the terms of, Georgia was always a red state. But I want to say they swung this past election to blue. Or they was right there at. Swing state meaning they choose. They flip flop.
Yeah.
They can't, they're not a trusted state. You never know what they're going to go for, pretty much. Being that I brought in Florida, so a documentary I watched the other night, Florida doesn't consider sleepwalking an excuse for crime. Make sense?
Really? But it's an actual disorder.
But it'll fall under the mental disorder, but other states, they'll count it as, it'll make an excuse for a crime. Makes sense? Like, so in the documentary, a dude, he was sleepwalking and he murdered somebody.
God damn.
Stabbed him 25 times.
Damn.
But it was in the state of Florida, so in other states, sleepwalking, that's what he was doing. Sleepwalking would have been a valid defense argument. But in Florida, it's not, so they would have to go through the mental section, because mental, they have a section for that when it comes to the defense. But do y'all believe that if I was to sleepwalk right now, mind you, I'm not in no sound body to control, I'm not conscious enough to control what I'm doing, and I kill somebody, do you feel like I should be punished?
They say you're not supposed to touch a person that's sleepwalking anyway. Like when someone's sleepwalking, it's old slaves and you're not supposed to touch them.
Well, granted, but
I do think-
say you don't touch me, and I
Oh shit.
put my hands on you, and I kill you.
Shit. What's that shit? You get a couple years.
I don't think you should get like first degree murder or anything like that. But I do think that, like second degree manslaughter or something like that with like early parole, but you definitely have to be monitored and stuff like that. It can't just be, oh, well.
I mean, I definitely, for me, it wasn't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it as non-guilty. You would serve some sort of time, and I think you should be used as a study source. As to why, how did they get to the point of, because he stabbed her 25 times.
Yeah, and he don't remember shit.
Don't remember a motherfucking thing. I'm just curious of how, because what they say is sleepwalking is you enacting out whatever you're dreaming. It's pretty much what the documentary was saying, based on scientific evidence.
Yeah.
So you're unconscious, but you're acting out your dream. Just through
So kind of like when you dream about going to the bathroom, not me though, and you wake up and you find that you missed yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, same thing. And you
Yeah,
missed the
I
bed
mean-
because you swore you got down on the toilet, you put on your braces and all.
Right.
Essentially the same thing, yeah.
But it's murder.
But he killed that.
But everybody has had some crazy dreams before.
Hell yeah.
Imagine you acted out your craziest dream.
I can't even fight my damn dreams. I mean like this. So imagine me in the kitchen like this. Come on, bro. So I'm real curious to how he managed to do that and has no recollection. Like successfully stabbed this woman 25 times. And he had done it all throughout the house.
Why is such an odd number though?
I mean, it's just like.
And it wasn't like in one set. Like I think it went from
He
the
chased that
bathroom
ass?
to the kitchen to the living room. There's blood everywhere.
Lock his ass up now.
I mean, he's in jail.
You mean to tell me this?
I didn't finish it,
Yeah,
so
I
I
didn't
don't even
finish it.
know where he stands.
Oh, he
But it was
This mother lover walking around like that.
I mean,
Come on now. What's that?
I'm
Oh
looking
yeah.
at
I found my culprit. Stand still, bitch. But it happened in 2016, 2017. So it's fairly new.
Damn.
We're looking at less than 6 years ago.
I was in high school.
that's your answer for everything. Like, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I wish I would have finished it so I kind of know.
Was that Michael Myers shit? Walking and killing people? I don't know my super killers like that.
Super killer.